What's up, guys? Pittsburgh Weiss Schwarz back again, continuing our Fate Grand Order set review. I am joined today by Andy and Brian, who you guys all know. And then we also have not one, but two guests. We have Ollie and Dan.
Hey.
Hello.
And yeah, we're going to run through yellow. Just a wrap up on the TD if you didn't catch it. Basically, buy
really
a ticket, cook cutuses, and mash waifu cards. And that's about it. So yeah, we'll start off with yellow. Andy, this is you. You got this Kingu.
Kingu. Alright. You play him, reveal top card. If it is a Chaldea or Babylonian character, he gets 2,000 power. Cool. On play, you can discard a card. If you do, look at 4 cards from the top of your deck. Yeah, baby. Get a level 1 or higher.
On death. Fury.
On sense of waiting room. Not on play.
Yeah. It's cheery.
I like
that
I
just read like when this card is placed. Got confused.
It's a waiting room, yeah.
Yeah, it's a little more average than I guess.
It's really good. It lets you.
Yeah.
It scries you the top so you can see what it is.
Yeah.
It can reliably kill something.
Cheery is a card you will field all game if you're running it. It's like a really good deck control tool. Especially in a standby deck. Cheery is like really dope to play over. I assume if any of you have experienced the horror of playing into Data Live, it's like a normal thing that they do all the time. And the fact that this reveals top card makes it even better in a standby deck. Really fucking good. I'm a big fan of that reveal top card, like Dan said, especially in a deck where you need to... You're really incentivized to sequence your attacks correctly so that you can play over a small thing with standby. And I'm a big believer in Cheery in general. Level 1 or higher kind of sucks sometimes. Been burned by that many times.
Yeah, I mean, it kills stuff. It puts standby targets in grave.
Just means you run 2 or 3 instead of 4.
Yep.
That's all it means. Card's good.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts on it? Pretty simple.
Good card. Free mill. We love free mill.
That we do. All right, Brian.
All right, we
Brian
have
got the
Castledal. When this card is placed on the stage, put the top 2 cards of your deck into waiting room. Gets X power, where X is the number of Chaldea or Babylonia characters put into the waiting room by this effect times 1,000. Gets up to 4K. And on play, it is a waiting room Ricky.
Wow, this is literally the layer Ricky, except it's much cuter.
Oh, especially the foil.
Oh yeah, the foil's gorgeous.
This art is pretty cute.
It's a nice combination of effects. Like the mill to put something in the graveyard for a
For the Ricky too, yeah.
Yeah.
Or like switch the order, and like if you have a top deck effect like the last card, you can get a clean clock and then mill too.
And no, this grabs trait, not level.
Yeah, you can grab anything.
Takes anything, cool.
Yep. I'm gonna give it the A because I like Ricky's and I'm an Ishtar Resh.
You guys rate the Ricky lower than the Chiuri.
I gave it the same score.
I
love to mill. Why would you deal damage to yourself when you can mill?
Taking damage is a misplay.
The Cheer is just going to be useful in more points of the game than the Ricky.
Yeah.
And salvaging that early is not that impactful. It just replenishes your hand with most of the time low quality pluses.
Like the thing with True Ricky is it lets you like grab level 0s to like answer. Like it's really strong with clean cut, like re-zero type shit. But like the waiting room's not as good. But it's still. I mean, I already said I'm a simp. See the card. Hit the A.
Plus is a plus, dude.
Yeah.
And I think the power condition on it's a little bit not as relevant as it would seem.
Yeah, playing layer, I always think it reads stronger than it is a lot of the time.
And then it's also a forced mill too, which is pretty detrimental later on.
Can be awkward, yeah.
It's either really good or really bad, depending on what you need to do. But yeah, more of a liability, I guess. All right, we can move on. More Ereshkagals. Another cutie. It's level 0 when your character's trigger check reveals a climax. Choose one of your characters. Give that character 1,000 power for the turn. Always nice extra sacky power. And then it is a Brainstorm self-rest. Flip over 6. If you reveal a win trigger, you get to salvage 1. It is limited to 1. Notably, it is self-rest, other than tap 2, like the one we saw in Goblin Slayer. But
I hate
with with the experience, like both playing against and testing this profile, I absolutely hate it. I hate it.
Yeah, it seems very spicy, but I have no idea what sort of wind
D+.
climax.
Yeah, like
Rush.
what's the 8 wind build look like?
Bad.
Okay.
No, not good.
I thought I was being critical. I'll lower my score a little bit.
I mean,
I can't stand this Brainstorm profile at all.
it reads so much stronger than it plays, I think. I think these are like a little bit of a trap. Everybody goes, Brainstorm for 6. Oh my god!
I don't think it's that much of a trap. I mean, the floor is a lot higher, the ceiling's lower.
Love to plus.
Well, the thing is, your mill 4 Brainstorm, if in a second deck where you actually like compress normally, or even like if you press well, is likely to hit anyway.
Right.
So like, and if you hit 1 on that, it's like hitting 1 or 5 on this, right?
Yeah, I think the fail case is the thing that sucks the most about it.
But like on your first deck, this is like, good. This is a real solid first deck.
I mean, you could just play Ricky on first deck, though.
Yeah, you have a lot of better plussing options at first deck.
Yeah, I guess you could.
Like the stock for this in a first deck is pretty detrimental.
Unless you really need to like turbo your deck, but like in which case, field 2 Cheeries, I guess. Like,
Yeah.
I would rather like drop search into another Cheery than do this effect, because that would remove.
If it wasn't limited to just wind triggers, I'd like it like a lot more. I'd be giving it like a much higher score, probably like an A.
Yeah, I hate the mill 6 only +1.
Yes, I hate it too.
Yeah,
It's just not my scene, even though it has an arrest call on it.
Even if it could hit any climax, it's still only +1.
That's
but it's like a guaranteed plus, so it's like close to guaranteed.
The idea is that your 4 should be able to hit if you're compressing. So like,
because the average compression in the second deck is what 3.5 to 4, so you're most likely hitting anyway. Especially when you have cards that top check and scry.
Yeah, I guess that's
true. There's a lot of scrying in this set.
All right, we can move on. Dan, see you.
It's a Kingu. It's a level 1 combo with the choice climax. Gains 500 per back row, so it's 5,500 if you have your back row filled. And it's on attack. You pay 1. You top check and add a Chaldea or Babylonia character, and then if it's not, you ditch it. And then you can also pay. Sorry, it's not pay 1 to do that. It's on attack. You top check for a character, add it to and ditch, and then you can pay 1 to.
This is literally a nerfed version of the Sal 10th one that sits at 6.
If you had to pay 1 beforehand, this card would actually be unplayable.
I like how they like it was this set and what like Dreaming Girl. They were like, those like Sal 10th combos. Those were 500 power too good, so we'll print them again, but they'll be 500 power smaller.
Yeah, feels bad.
I mean, it's still solid.
I mean, yeah, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Wind Drive's good.
Like you can top check before your first attack to make sure you get like at least 1+.
It's like an okay combo on a pretty solid trigger.
Yeah.
Choice is good. The combo is.
Hey, this doesn't work with the Brainstormer.
No, it doesn't.
It does not.
No.
That Brainstorm's translated properly. It works with wins, not choices.
Yeah. No, it's just not the wins. The wins is all a Reshkagal.
No, it's the Medusa.
Wait, it's Medusa. Okay. Yeah. I guess that makes sense.
It's only 5,500 power. It's kind of low.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm actually gonna give it the B. I actually really liked this combo when I played it in Sal 10th, and I think there's like the zeros obviously aren't as good, but like you have the Cheery, you have like the Ricky, you have like serviceable zeros. I think the combo's like definitely fine. Only being able to back up to 7/5 instead of 8 kind of sucks. Unless you have some other kind of support.
Give a shit about backing up.
Well, no. That's the thing about like these combos that like sit 55/6. Like
I guess you could back up on it and then double dip, but
Well, yeah,
Oh
that's
man, I'm just happy to get like the free plus and then twin drive if I need to.
Like the plus is pretty low quality. It's like I
Yeah.
get to draw a card. I get
This
to
is a
maybe
random
draw a
card.
card. It's not
Mhm.
even a guaranteed draw.
if you're running 8 plussing triggers though, it does like guarantee the plus, and then in multiples you can pay it out. Unfortunately, you can't sequence it in a way where like the other one would also hit. So like you could like twin drive into another climax. I guess that case like B minus, but like
Also forced.
I did. Yeah, it is forced. I did.
It is forced.
Yeah, mandatory top check.
Mm-hmm.
I do like
You
the
You can leave it there.
Oh, you can't trigger the client. Like if you do like reveal, say a climax,
You don't trigger it. You have to.
you have to pay the one before you trigger it. So you can't like.
Oh wait, you have to
pay that
mill the
climax
card.
out.
You
No,
have
you have
to
to mill the climax. It doesn't.
Oh, okay.
It
C
mills.
plus. Don't even like that. So you can't even do the like
You can't even leave a choice on top.
like
if
the
you want.
GGO thing, right? It's like they run 8 doors, so even when Len whiffs you plus, but
Mhm.
like, but you can't even do that with this card because you have to
Yeah,
mill
that's
the
what I
card.
was thinking. Like you could like, oh, it's like a choice on top. So like you trigger it, then you pay it
I
out.
didn't even see that part of the
Yeah,
effect. Yeah, that's pretty terrible.
It melts it.
It would only be good as like your second attack after
you
you
attack
revealed
second
the
with it.
top, and then you pay it out.
I don't know. That makes your second copy better though, because you should know your attack with the first one because you're scrying,
Sure.
and
How does that make the
then
second
on
one
your
better?
second attack, randomly triggered something with the first Kingu, so you can pay it out if you need to with the second one.
Well, that's any twin drive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it works like any twin drive. I think it's actually
But
fine. I panicked there for a second, but I'm calmed down now.
For me, it's really the minus 500 power. 7.5 versus 8 is like a pretty
pretty relevant.
really relevant power threshold in terms of
Mhm.
backing up. Because like when you run this sort of card that's like it sits bigger but it's a lower quality plus, the good part about it is you could like win board with a costless character, but this one you'll struggle a little bit. Kind of sucks.
Does the Kirito twin drive?
No, it's a different combo. It's the same it's the same combo on the same choice, but it's 500 for every character instead of 500 per back row.
Mm-hmm.
So it sits at 6 instead of 55.
Yep.
But yeah, like I played with that and it was fine, so I'll give it the C plus. I think it's fine combo. If you want to like mess with choice, and this is like your first time you're playing choice, definitely like try it out. This is better. It's better than it reads. It reads a little underwhelming, I think. In practice, it's a little better. Not that much better, but better.
Mm-hmm.
All right, moving on. Ollie.
Got what's your name? Codal, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
3/2. On play, draw, ditch, bounce a character. On attack, pay 1, ditch 1. This gets 2,500 power and 1 soul to the end of opponent's turn.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pretty good card, actually. Like nice auxiliary.
Not as good as the global bouncers, but this is pretty close.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that give I think the one, so like I've said this many times before, the bouncer profiles like Yoshiko or like the Saber from Fate are like the best bouncer profiles that they ever printed because they like are a 1-card answer to tri-field defensive cards.
Yep.
Where like you bounce one, pump your whole field plus climax side over the others.
Right.
And this is like almost there, but not quite. So yeah, it's just like I'm gonna slap it with the C. Or no, it's C plus for cross turn power. I like that it sits at 12.
Yeah, 12k cross turns pretty good.
No, that's kind of boring.
Mm-hmm.
Bounce something, get big.
Boring, but it's a tech card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, bounce utility is nice to have.
Yo, Dan, are you calling slime boring?
Yeah.
Slime's pretty boring.
It's good. We never said it was
I've
fun.
given you
What's his
shit.
name?
Yeah,
Gunther?
good.
Winning's not boring. Winning's fun.
Winning is fun.
Slime doesn't win though.
Oof.
Oof. Well, in English, it'll win.
Oh, boring and bad.
Yeah. And then you compare it to the King and Slime, the King Gazelle.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that card's nuts, yeah.
Top check
Pretty
3
good.
bounce and pay 1 pump a soul and an act is also better than this. So this is probably one of, and that he's an uncommon. So I think the Quetzalcoatl is probably one of the worst profiles printed with the bouncing effect.
You mean the bounce and the soul pump? Like, together?
Yeah.
Because I think there are bouncers that do, like, I don't know, like, you think, like, well, no, there are ones that do, like, really broken shit. I think like the what is it? I think the most ridiculous one's like the Milky one, right? That like refunds a stock. It's like a 1-cost bounce. But like this only answers 2 lanes. It doesn't answer 3 like the other ones. So worse.
And then what? Bunny Girl has 2 on-play bouncers that have a combo.
Yes.
Yeah, the gate, the Nodoka gate, and then the Tomoe gold bar.
Yeah, those both bounce.
Well, I guess you think of it this way though too. This isn't just a bouncer; it draw ditches too. So you get a filter effect and the bounce.
So no, the Nodoka was like draw ditch and then bounce.
Yeah, draw ditch bounce. Yeah.
The Tomoe was top rearrange your top 3 then bounce.
Yeah.
Then you have the Kauruku from Review Starlight, bounce and then combo.
Bounce gain 2k. Combo.
So like those cards answer lanes too because you have your own combo.
Yeah, those are double rares though.
Yeah, and they're also more deck efficient.
Yeah, because they like you don't take up multiple slots. This has to eat a slot in your deck. I guess
you compare this to Gazelle. Gazelle's an uncommon. He's a lot better.
Yeah, I guess that's true. All right, we can move on. Back around to Andy, the Kingu.
All right, another Kingu. Healer. Cool. On attack, pay 1 discard. All of your characters get 500 power and a soul. So this is like the effect you were talking about, Carmen. That you
just talked about it. Yeah.
Yep.
Except this one's not as good because it's also not bouncing a lane.
Yeah, like it's like kind of an aggressive, like I'm going to win this turn option, not like a extend the game heal option. It's just kind of like a mix of 2 effects. It's kind of awkward.
It gives you the option for a side.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is like the C, I think, for me. Otherwise, it'd be a D.
Relevant in English because of Fate.
Oh yeah, I guess that's true. The extra soul against Fate, because people are still going to be playing 8-bar.
8-bar Fate. You have Priestess.
Yeah, I guess the power on the side is still relevant, even if you're not bouncing.
Mm-hmm.
It still puts your whole board, if you're all level 3s, to 4 soul base of the climax.
Mm-hmm.
You can do this on first attack, so you could side out the whole board for 2/2/2. Triggers.
I don't think I'd ever play this card.
I mean, probably not.
I don't think I would either, but it exists. Global Soul Pump may be useful.
Like if Fate and Goblin Slayer become more relevant or prevalent, I would run this.
Yeah, I guess it's like a meta reactive card.
Yeah, it's a meta read card.
Cool that they have it.
You'd run this over the last card, just a straight bounce.
Yes.
The straight bounce answers 2 lanes. This gives you the ability to answer all lanes. It's probably better because you do get side. It's worse when the bouncers, like at the time, I think when we were really talking about bouncers a lot, and everybody was really scared of Bunny Girl. So the ones that were bounce and a soul, they were just like, oh, I get to bounce something and answer neg souls on the same card? Dumb. This is like, if you only have to answer neg souls, this is fine.
I guess it's just like a deck building, you know.
It's a deck building card, right?
What type of deck builder are you? Like, I completely disagree with Dan on that one. I feel like if I'm just teching this as a one of, I'd rather have like the bounce effect than the heal. But if you're running it as just like a more stable, like, it's not you want it to be better in more matchups. This is better in more matchups. Heal.
It's not as directed.
Yeah, it's not direct hate. It's just more general.
Mm-hmm. I think the heal is also more relevant against those decks because you're not pushing damage, and they also
damage. Can't push damage,
and so this mitigates your damage that you're taking.
All right, we can move on. Brian.
All right, we've got this Gorgon. On play, look at top 3. Take 1. Climax combo. When this attacks, if the wind is in your climax zone, you can pay 1 stock. If you do for the turn, this gets the following ability. Activates once per turn. When this card's damage is canceled, burn 3.
So when your opponent cancels your swing for 3, you can try to burn them again for 3.
Yeah, so you have to pay the 1 up front. It's not when it cancels.
Yeah.
Well, it's a pretty affordable cost though. It's just pay 1. There's no discarding.
Yeah, it's
nothing else. You don't have to get a reverse. It's just
card cantrips.
Pay 1. It's like pay 1.
Yeah, Dixert's
insurance.
I'm like,
I don't hate it. It gives you a second chance.
Very aggressive.
For 7 stot, I don't know. I'm not sure what the numbers are. For 7 stot, this probably kills pretty reliably. Triple kills pretty reliably at 3-0, right?
No.
I guess it's because it's 3 and not 2. If it was the same cost and it burned 2, I think I'd agree. It would kill from 3-0 pretty consistently. But a swing for 3 into another swing for 3 is like kind of bad.
If you're trying to just like peck them out of the game too, if they're just at like 3-5 or 3-6 and you're going for a side, and then they
cancel and then you overswing again.
It's on cancels. It's not on on reverse burn.
I think the payoff front kills it for me.
The other things burn too, like Kato, and like she kills better than this because she gets the attack and the burn.
Yeah, where this is like you're only getting the burn.
This is like doing 3 Musashis that burn 3, which is unlikely to stick.
And the Musashi is also free.
Musashi's free.
And like, yeah.
So like your follow-up turn is going to be a lot worse, and you're also not healing, so you're probably dead. If you're playing, they're already 3 or whatever.
If this was a heal finisher, would it be better? Probably.
Yes, it would be better.
I don't know about that though. It's like
because it's because of the fail case.
It's such an aggressive option. Like it's like such a low overhead. You can play such an aggressive game like up to that point, and then just kind of like still have a big combo.
We're saying it'd be a heal if it was better because like nothing about the card is guaranteed. So in the event that you don't kill your opponent, because I really don't think you do from 3-0 with this. Probably from like 3-2, it's pretty consistent to kill with. But
3-2, yeah.
Yeah, from 3-2, I think the numbers are probably good. But from 3-0, you would be like, because you'd be able to heal down, you'd be able to stabilize, and if you don't kill him, be like, okay, I got another turn.
Like I don't know, I don't know, I disagree.
As a 2-turn,
like as like my life story here with Weiss Schwarz, it's like ever since I started playing with like the look at 3, add 1 finishers, I'm just like I'm just very sold on them. It just lets you play a more. It's not about the kill turn. It's about everything leading up to the kill turn. Like if you take a step back and look at like the big picture, it just lets you play.
So you're saying like if you
lets you play out a much more organic game plan. You don't have to like hold a climax over refresh or like really like be scared you're not going to hit your combo. You can let's make an optimal like attack every turn.
Well, I'd put it this way, Andy.
Feel okay playing a climax and swinging.
If you were going to play this as your finisher, and you were going into a like situation where your opponent was like 2-5 to 3-0, you would. I don't think even you would say you would go for the kill that turn, right? You would probably, unless your opponent was not. If your opponent was like 1-4, maybe you would be able to like 1-4 or worse, but or not even probably like 1-5 or worse. This would kill. But
yeah, I mean, this is one of those cards that
you would have to run. You would have to run. If say you got hit to 3 first, you would definitely sandbag a turn before playing this, right? Like you would have to run other cards.
I don't know if you would actually. This is one of those cards that makes you want to like. It incentivizes you to push big because like if they're at 2-5 and you swing 3-3-3 and it sticks, they die, right?
I mean, but like
if they cancel, you're getting another 3 and then another 3 and then another 3. So you have like 6 chances to like. They can cancel 3 and you still win.
They're more than likely. The thing is, they don't need to cancel 3, right?
They only need to cancel twice to not die.
Yes.
Or yeah, you're right. Cancel twice, but
I mean, yeah, you'd still like you'd probably have to run additional cards, is what I'm saying. Like it does like tamper your deck.
You're playing it in a more aggressive deck, though. You're not letting them get to that state where they have a ton of compression.
This deck makes your deck more aggressive because all decks have like similar aggression. You're playing 3 cards and you're attacking 3 times every turn. Right? The deck running this card doesn't make your deck do more damage from 0 to 3.
It's just kind of like the play style. Everything in Weiss is like
more consistent to stick.
Everything in Weiss is margins. It's just like marginality, right? Like the good plays, like a bad player can just like swing face every turn, just go nuts,
and
get pretty far.
This card doesn't
optimize. It gives you like a little bit more percentages.
This card doesn't make your kill range better. It just makes your ability to kill more consistent.
But
it doesn't increase like the range at which you can kill someone.
Right.
Yeah.
I just think it's a very efficient, affordable finisher. it digs for its climax the turn you play it, so you can just be very aggressive with how you're using your
Let's
climax.
come at it from the other end.
Stock.
Let's come from the other end, though. If this doesn't kill your opponent and you, like, let's just say you didn't get there, I think you lose every single turn every single game you don't kill your opponent with it because you had to pay one up front. If you tapped all the way out, you have no stock.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So if you don't kill them and they somehow don't kill you, you don't have a follow-up play at all because this dies like 100% of the time.
Well, yeah, if they're running a healing finisher, then it'd be really bad for you.
Well, and I think most
like,
decks are
hopefully
right
you
now.
could just like swing in and peck them out at that point. But
I think most decks are healing. That's the thing right now. Like, gone are the days of like AOT where like people are going in on each other all the time. Everybody's just healing and healing and healing. Kind of makes it worse. But I think we've discussed it enough. I think the big like it is more aggressive, but the fact that you have to pay up front, I think, is really what kills it for me because you won't have a follow up, even if you live without healing.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it sounds like we're arguing a whole lot, but we're all like on the same page. Like we all gave it the same score.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Got to discuss the cards. All right, moving on here. Who's this again?
That's you.
Okay, Kingu. This is place for hand to stage. You may pay one, ditch a character to look at the top 4 cards of your library. Choose one. Oh, it's Rumia. Okay, Rumia profile. You have to top check 4, add any card, but you have to ditch a character is the tax on looking the extra card, which isn't that big of a deal. Good consistency card, good card. Like a B+. Big fan of these.
Yeah, look at top 4. Take anything is.
Yeah.
Dan, is there a lot of good events you'd want to be running in Grand Order?
Yeah, I don't really think the deck kind of needs this card.
I actually don't like this profile.
You don't?
Every set
versus like Cosma? Or
yeah, I prefer Cosma. The not being able to ditch a climax is very relevant. Also, his effect isn't that relevant, I think, too.
To the deck.
Yeah.
And I didn't get I didn't hear you earlier, but are there a lot of good events that you want to be running in this set?
Absolutely no, none. There's maybe
absolutely or absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
They're pretty bad.
Then like I like the card a little bit less than 2. I'm probably with Dan and Ollie in like the C range.
There's that 1-2-0 event I see some lists run, but like it's.
I feel like you have enough ways to ditch CX with like Cheery and stuff that if you wanted to run like a dig into CX where like your other cards weren't digging, like one of this as a tech is fine.
Yeah, I agree.
I would play this and like if I play like I'm thinking Fujimi. This is like fine because like that deck really needs to get the 3/4.
3/4 in the standby.
The event and the standby. I don't think there's anything you like desperately want to dig for in this deck that you would commit a slot to this card.
Commit a slot. I guess.
Yeah, that's fair.
You'd much rather trigger the standby unless you don't
talked
have it
me
for your level
down.
1 turn.
Just to be. I'm still a believer in the profile, I think.
Because for your level like when you run this card, you don't run it at like 3 or 4. So if you're trying to get this for your level 1 combo, you're using a stock to grab this card. You're using
yeah, that's true. You are
the climax, right? And so you're not really using this at your level 0 to 1, maybe at 2. But at that point, you have your early play top check X, which does more because.
Wait, the Ishtar's in this set, right? The
coin flip, check 4.
The coin flip. Okay.
Yeah.
Just slowly going down. I mean, still, but I'm thinking about the mill too. So, okay, yeah, slowly being talked down here. I guess
there probably use this more on like your finisher turn, right? Just like
if you were trying to dig into.
I mean, maybe not if you're running that last card, the Gorgon, that looks at 3. But if you're running,
something that doesn't add CX.
That's what I'm saying. Like for your finishing turn,
another type of finisher,
a 3/2 Ishtar instead, which top checks X and is an early play.
Oh, okay.
Because in this deck you have more stock than you do hand.
Oh yeah, because you have Cocutus.
Cocutus, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I don't think it's worth the slot.
I've been talked down. A whole letter.
I guess it's a nice tool to have.
It's an option, yes.
They have it, yeah.
All right. Dan, this is you.
This is just an oversized 2 or less stock. Becomes a 4K.
Boring.
Yeah, I'd rather probably play the coin flip actually.
This
This is like fine, I guess though.
Yeah, I don't mind this profile.
Let's see. You need a yellow fix. The fact that the Chieri swings at 3/5.
Good upgrade to that blue card from the trial deck.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is like I like the coin flip the most in terms of plussing zeros, but I think this is like fine substitute.
I like the other yellow oversized better.
Oh, there's another one.
Yellow oversized.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, well, I guess we'll get to that.
That's you, Ollie.
1/0 Codal. On attack, it's X, where X is the number of Chaldean Babylonia characters times 500, and it's Shimakaze.
7/5 Shimakaze.
It's pretty meh.
At least it's raritied correctly.
It's on uncommon, yeah.
I'm sick of seeing Shimakazes that like rare
What
and higher.
the fuck, dude? Why would you want a wind trigger with a Shimakaze?
To bounce.
Why would you want a Shimakaze in your 8-win deck?
So you can bounce things, obviously.
So you can bounce their assists.
So you can bounce their back
yeah.
row, yeah. Get reverses.
You bounce the cards you already reversed, so you can reverse them again.
Oh my god, it's
Galaxy
brilliant.
brain.
Unlimited value.
It's pretty whatever.
It's
Shimakaze. It's like better than most Shimakazes, I guess, because it swings bigger.
Not on a good trigger. I don't know. Do we want to call wind a good trigger? It's a very situational, meta-dependent trigger.
I don't like wind.
I don't.
I don't like wind right now. It's very variable.
When have you ever heard someone like talk good about wind lately? I know we
No,
like flip-flop
yeah.
our viewpoints on these a lot, but like
It's not good currently.
like, the last like most few months or whatever, it's just like, oh dang, wind trigger, that sucks.
I don't like triggers that don't gain resources.
Yeah, for the most part. And
I much prefer bag over this.
What do you mean, dude? You bounce
Bag.
something so you get an extra soul. That's like half a resource.
Broken.
yeah.
All right. Moving on. Back around to the top. Andy.
Cool, another Kingu, my favorite character.
A Resh.
That is a rash.
It was zoomed in a little too far. Might be, guys.
Also
yeah.
a cute picture.
A Resh for each of your other back rows. This gets 1500, so I guess theoretically it sits at 95.
Mm-hmm.
On reverse, if you have a wind trigger in your climax area, look at the top 3 cards of your library, choose up to 3 characters, add them to your hand. That's a potential +3. Huh.
I don't like that you're milling into probably your second deck.
Yeah, it's level 2.
But like, I don't know.
You add up to okay, that makes the card never a little bit better.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
I thought it was check 3, check 3, add 1.
I guess my Aresh.
Run this instead of your level 1 combo.
Yeah, maybe D+ for potential high roll.
I don't know. It's
What's
the similar one we looked at? We looked at the Union, but the Union was an early play if you had a full board. Much better.
4 at level 1, yeah.
Yeah, and it was also off Stock Soul. Like this is just off win.
She's only 7K. This is what 9.5.
9.5, but you only played at level 2.
Oh yeah, 9.5.
I don't like that. Like you either have to have such a shit deck that you like went to like low level 2 on first deck, or you are milling into your second deck.
Yep.
Seems
dude, you're playing one of those aggressive decks.
Aggressive.
It draws 3 cards.
I guess. It does sit at 9.5. I think I'm gonna leave it at the C-. It's definitely not great.
There's your 8-win line, or there is your
seriously, straight up. Maybe there's like an aggressive 8-win deck that runs like this combo into the
aggressively lose. Yeah, you can aggressively lose.
Hey, whatever it takes.
I guess. Not a fan, even though it has an Aresh on it.
I feel like I'm being talked down to here.
You're not.
That couldn't be possible. Never happened before, so it probably isn't happening now.
Damn. I guess moving on.
All right. We've got this level 0 Codal. On play, choose one of your Caldera or Babylonia characters, gets 1500 power. when this card reveals a climax during its trigger that has a wind, you may choose a character in your waiting room and return it to your hand. So it salvages when you trigger. It turns your winds into gates.
Only on this card's attack.
Only on that attack.
Oh,
I hate when they print these.
Never mind.
It's like
if
such
this was like global, then yes,
it's such a slap in the face. I hate when they print like climax supports like this.
Yeah.
Like it's like the puck in like Frozen Bonds.
Wait. Puck is sick.
Yeah, Puck is sick because it's also a climax combo that also kills things. This is like a random level 0.
Like, that's why it lets you plus. If it's not a... What's it called? If it's a global assist like this, it's a filter. It's never a plus.
Yeah, but what if it was a plus?
Well,
you're pretty broken.
It'd be broken.
I think I would take the filter over this, what this is right now.
The first effect is like... kind of nice, something to run like a 4 of, right? Like, you don't feel bad about playing this a bunch of times over the course of a game and, crossing your fingers for a win trigger.
You play 3 of these, you pump the first one to 45.
Jesus Christ.
But it's just so weird. Like, you're using all this power pump. Like, Yellow has all this power pump, but then you want to be bouncing all their characters. It's kind of like...
Yeah, that's awkward.
Negative synergy.
Anti-synergistic, yeah.
The pump gives you your reverse, though.
For your
I guess.
Shimakaze. Oh my god. This card sounds worse the more we talk about it.
No, I mean, that's true. Like, it does, like, pump your Shimakazes and stuff, but
it does.
There's, like, so many of these pumping effects, but you're also wanting to bounce their characters. It's, like, really...
No one said you're wanting to bounce your characters, and it's not like you're combo in 3 lanes, right?
I guess.
I mean, you can always just choose not to bounce with your wind triggers.
Yeah, then your wind triggers just are basically a single soul trigger.
Not if you trigger it in this lane, then it's a door.
Yeah, then it's a gate.
I mean, maybe you just swing with your other 2 lanes, like the 2 lanes you want to get reverses in first, and maybe bounce that 3rd lane.
Yeah,
but you're still high rolling, like because you can't control your trigger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, banking on the specific lane of trigger just seems.
Yeah, that's what sucks.
It makes it so bad for me.
I would rather it be a filter, honestly.
Like this
was a global filter.
The effect is a lot better when you want to tri-field the card.
Yeah, like, but it's like.
But this is no.
Yeah, but do you want to tri-field this card? Yeah.
No.
Yeah, 8 wind looking a little suspect here.
Well,
all right.
Yeah.
Or if it had like twin drive, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, that would be better for sure.
Moving on. We got Taiga in a cat suit.
Hell yeah.
3,500 power, oversized, level 0. All of your opponent's characters gain pay 2 encore, and then on attack you can ditch a card to bounce one of your other cards. Ooh, I like this card.
I actually like this profile.
On attack bounce.
But it's oversized is the thing.
Yeah,
lets you cycle your other like on play effects, and it's an oversize. The pay 2 encore can be actually very relevant.
Is it?
It can be.
That's 0 to 1?
I guess that's 0, but like this is an effect that you would get value off of later in the game. But I don't think that hurts the score. I'm on the level with you guys. I think it's like.
I mean, it makes you want to run less of it, though.
Does it?
Generally, like an oversized bounce sort of card like that, you'd probably want to run a lot.
Pay 2 encore is like one of the fakest detriments in this game, I think.
Yeah. I've gotten burned by it before.
Oh, well, have you tried being a good player?
I don't know, dude. I was playing GGO, okay? But yeah, I mean, it's totally fine. These are the fact that it's an oversized and has this effect that's like situationally very good with come and play cards. It's a good card. This is better oversized than the 4K. Play this one.
Okay.
All right. Dan, go ahead.
Our next card is a Gorgon. If you have a 1/0 vanilla on field, it becomes a coin flip. And then it becomes a 6K on play, 45 base.
Huh.
Wow.
Card stapled to a vanilla. Hate it.
Yep.
Yeah. Though it doesn't have to reveal a 1 or higher, just as reveal a character.
Still sucks.
That's cool.
Sure, yeah.
I wouldn't play it.
All right. Vanilla. No one's wasting their time. Broken vanilla.
It's the vanilla target.
Here you go, Ollie. One of the cutest cards.
This is a pretty cute card. So what? Arash, right?
Yep.
No. Yes. I can't remember these names anymore. 1/2K counter, blind stocks when you use it. So it's
Blonde Rin.
It is a choice target.
Yeah.
It is a choice target.
If you're running choice and you want to run a 2K backup, you always opt to run these. Being able to add backup on choice.
They're not really printing costless 2K counters anymore. They're printing these more now because choice exists.
They printed 5 in Quince.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, it's Quince. We don't talk about it.
Mob just got one.
Yeah, it's a B because of the choice synergy.
It sets with choice, yeah.
All right. This profile is a lot better now because choice exists.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, whereas before there was no reason to run this over a costless. Now there is. All right.
Did they print this before choice? The first one, I remember.
Yeah, they did.
I guess the trade-offs, you get a soul. Soul trigger.
Style had this, yeah.
Oh, okay, I didn't know Style had it. All right.
How is this me?
It's back to Andy.
Oh, okay.
Gorgon with their shirt off.
Lewd.
This card cannot side attack. Oh, deal breaker. On play, X power times another number of other characters. And this card just plain sucks.
What do you mean? It becomes a 13k on attack.
It's huge.
It is a 13k on attack. That's not terrible.
D for big.
Sucks.
Yeah, it's bad.
Do not like this.
You guys are making me second guess my original impression here.
I mean, it's an early play.
It's an early play. That's about like
it's an early play killer.
Get up a reason to play.
It's hand to stage, so you have to play it last.
Yeah.
Which I don't like.
Well, I guess unlike an early play killer, which if they're not like at their early play turn yet, it doesn't kill anything.
What if you want to play a 2 or less
This
early
can hit
play?
over like a level 2 or something, you know what I mean? With a big ass Toka, you run it over.
What if you want to play a 4 or more early play?
Sucks, I guess.
It still gets to 11k,
dude.
Still gets to 11k.
12.
12.
Counts itself.
Yeah, 4K.
The Rin is a 4 or more early play.
Oh,
12k is what? It's less than most early plays after counter.
Yeah.
13k.
Nowadays they're starting to sit at like 10, 11k.
Like 10k plus a 2k counter or 2500 because a lot of sets have lethal counter nowadays.
Yeah.
So,
Warden counter broken.
And a lot of the early play decks have assists now.
You just stare at your opponent and tell them they don't have the counter.
Yeah, I guess.
And then they use it.
I guess plus for that you could play it as a early play killer or a level 2 killer.
I mean that's like really the only
that's the only reason to play it.
Only reason I could possibly see to play this.
And then they just character encore.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
You're still trading 1 for 1 at that point. Like, gotta make them use their cards.
But they still get a better body on the
you're
board.
trading 1 for 1, but you're also using a stock.
All right.
We've got another Codal, level 2, 9k. If you have 2 or more Caldera Babylonia characters, sits at 12k. And when the battle opponent of this becomes reversed, rest that character. So it can't kill anything, but it's large.
This is terrible.
Is this worse than the darkness that has no soul? Maybe.
Yeah. Yes.
It literally can't kill anything.
Yeah, at least the darkness kills something.
Your opponent can just crash into it.
Yeah, your opponent
without caring.
Yeah, without caring.
Yeah.
How does this interact with zombie cards?
They rest during battle set, so it would invalidate your condition.
Is there anything else in the game like this?
No, because they're
sort of same effect.
They both trigger at the same time.
Yeah, but wouldn't your effect trigger first because your turn player?
No, the zombie effects happen at encore step. This happens during battle step. Yeah, they do.
No, but like the mandatory zombie effects, like Kaiba.
Oh.
Yeah, no, mandatory.
No, your effect goes off first as turn player.
No, you get to choose, right?
No, you don't get to choose. We were mistaken about that. You don't get.
Were we actually?
Yeah, turn player gets the reason why it always works in your favor is why we did it that way. It does always work in your favor, but you as the turn player, you resolve your bucket first, and then your opponent resolves their bucket.
Interesting. Okay, good to know.
Because I know they both prime at the same time. I don't know if you have the option to not clock if you're already back to rested.
I don't.
reverse.
Oh, like you have the option to clock yourself? Isn't the condition that your character has to be
It's
reversed?
still
No, it becomes reversed. Becomes reversed. Yeah, Kayaba would still clock you. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Kayaba would still clock you. Wow,
Okay.
even worse.
It's the only use case. You're
What's
swinging over those zombies.
Is there any other card in the game like this?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. And
Because
hopefully
I feel
they
like
never print them again.
there might be like a fringe niche use like
No.
What?
out there at some point for something like
No.
this. I can't
No.
think of anything off the top of my head, but I mean,
It's a 12k
interesting
body.
design space.
Well, your
But it can't
opponent,
kill anything.
imagine reversing like something like the Error drop search with this, and your opponent gets to not only drop search. Well, no, because it would go to memory,
It
but
would go to memory, yeah.
yeah, but like things that have abilities on
If you
reverse,
trigger, if you reverse like an honor reverse Rize.
yeah, they would get to do it twice. Ugh.
It's just kind of cool that like
It is neat. That's about all I give it.
it like opens up interesting design space. Maybe in the future we get like a climax combo off a 2-1 like this, and they could do something like cool with it.
It does something good
actually,
enough.
you know what the thing's supposed to be? You don't care if they get reversed, because then you get to bounce it with your wind trigger.
I see. That's
Wow.
I hope this profile never
Even
gets
if you're
printed again.
winning board, your wind triggers still be good. It's actually kind of cheeky.
Okay.
I guess
Excellent.
that's what they were thinking. Yeah.
I'm not saying it's good, but it's clever.
Yeah,
2-0 event. If you do not have a Caldera or Babylonia character, you can't play this. Choose one of your opponent's level 3 or lower characters until the next end of your opponent's turn. That character gains the following 2 abilities. This cannot move to another slot, and this card does not stand.
Gorgon
Ooh,
petrifies.
Wait.
Petrification, yeah.
Choose one of your opponent's level 3 or lower.
You
Freezes
neg one
and
to you neg one to stun your opponent's character and
Two
freeze them
lanes.
in place.
Like if you freeze
Two
the
lane.
zone, you can't do anything.
Okay. I don't like that it targets. It
yeah.
has to target because it's an event.
Mhm.
You force them to have to overplay something. You either stun them on that, or you force them to overplay their good character that you tap down.
Yeah, you can block.
Really nice aggressive card for those aggressive 8 win decks.
Something like
Well, no,
that.
you just bounce their character.
You stun them and then bounce the characters you stun. Duh.
Yeah,
Oh,
so you
you-
-1 to bounce. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't think it's like completely garbage. It's like a D plus,
Yeah.
Yeah.
D
I
plus,
think
C
you-
minus.
I think when it comes,
Well,
I think
yeah.
when it actually does something, it's really funny. But I don't think this.
Yeah, if like this does.
Well, I think a lot of times your opponent's just not going to care that much. They'll just overplay it.
You
Unless
guys
Yeah.
are just drinking the Kool-Aid. Drinking that Kool-Aid. You got to think outside the box.
I think a lot of decks in the game like assume their field dies anyway, so they're ready to play over those 2 slots regardless.
Mhm.
It's just more like if you stun their back row, they don't get a brainstorm, or like you stun the 2 Konosuba's unions.
If your opponent's like
What
running
if
on
they early
empty.
play something big and are going to back it up to
Oh yeah,
save
you
it?
could stun
You say, like, I'm
Konosuba's
going to
union.
crash into you, but are you going to lose an attack next turn, or are you going to play over your card?
I mean, you just play over the card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't care.
Then I'm
Konosuba is the,
killing your big ass character. Then
You're leaving an empty slot.
you're overswinging.
What do you mean? I'm playing over the early play. I'm swinging for 2.
I guess.
I'm going to cancel on 1.
Okay.
Got him.
This is good against the union. I like that like thought process. Like,
Yeah,
they,
like
That is a
brainstorms
cool
and
niche
stuff.
interaction. That
they
actually
can't rest the union early play to do the combo.
Oh yeah, that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And like that is a card they invest in keeping on field. They don't expect to lose.
Mhm.
Or they expect to be able to save. That's about probably the only use case. Because Slime will happily play over there and on early play to heal again.
Mm-hmm.
All
In
right.
situations where you're overplussing and just want to like drop cards from your hand,
I guess.
this is a really nice aggressive way to like facilitate that.
Because you're gonna hit all 3 hits on your Rashka goal. You're gonna have like 10 cards in hand.
Yeah. I guess. All right. Last card here. I believe this is Dan.
All right, so it's a 3/2 event, mill 4. Burn X, where X is number level 1 or higher. So it's a pay 2 ditch 1 burn X.
You don't ditch, you just burn.
Oh,
Well,
You
it's
did
the
the
card,
Ditch
yeah.
the event.
Oh yeah.
So it's the pay 2 ditch 1 2 burn. As an alternate finisher, it's the same cost as that. What's coming up? Ishtar from the deck, from the TD, but it doesn't have a body.
Oh, no, this is one cheaper because the Ishtar attacks. But it costs 2 on attack. Yeah.
Yeah, but you can do this in addition to attacking now.
That's what Ishtar is, because you play the 3/2, then you burn as well.
Yeah.
This is like, I don't know.
It's just nice you can do it in addition to like any other sort of attacks you do.
This is like slightly. This is like a some
main phase burn is like real solid.
Yeah.
I like that it hits on level 1 or higher cards.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about aggressive yellow decks. I guess this is something you'd play in that.
I think it's fine.
Yeah,
it's a cute
all right.
card. It's a cute card. I don't know if I'd ever mess with it, but
Yellow, like the Gorgon finisher is stock efficient, but I don't know how stock efficient the deck is as a whole. Because all your reverses are on, all your pluses are on reverse, and you're also not running any plussing triggers. So I don't think you'll have the resources to play this plus your finisher.
Especially if you're like compressed when you want to drop this down, your chances of milling climaxes
That's true.
also end up higher.
Yeah, probably. I don't think I'd play this deck card.
You're not compressing. You're playing aggro. You're just getting them.
Yeah, smack 'em.
Playing climaxes every turn.
Smack 'em.
You're triggering wins every turn, and you just don't give a
Aggro.
fuck, and you just attack them.
Yellow
just
deck
hit 'em.
wins.
Yellow deck.
No, dude, yellow deck wins.
Yeah, if only yellow ever held its like color identity instead of just being these characters have yellow hair, which if you haven't noticed, other than Gorgon, they all have fucking gold and yellow hair. Oh.
Well, Kingu has green hair. It's just the lighting is never.
Oh yeah, whatever, Ollie. All right, we'll see you guys in green.